There's a lot of questions surrounding that deadly stabbing at Harding High School in St. Paul last week. Specifically, what exactly happened and how will the schools keep students safe?
We are now starting to get some of those answers. We have team coverage starting with Fox 9's Paul Bloom, who has more on the charges against the teen suspect.
When police arrived at Harding High late Friday morning in the middle of the school day, the 16-year-old suspect was already in handcuffs. Building security had located and bagged a bloody 4-inch silver folding knife recovered from his front jeans pocket, according to the felony juvenile petition charging the teen with second-degree murder. The charges detailing a chaotic hallway fight between classes at Harding. The suspect and 15-year-old Devin Scott squaring up to fight when a third student jumps in alongside Scott, the two allegedly pummeling the suspect, who at one point is tackled to the ground. An assistant principal and a second staffer attempt to break up the fight by separating the combatants. That is when prosecutors say the suspect got up off the ground with the knife. He swung, striking Scott in the chest, and then in a straight jab motion, allegedly stabbed him in the stomach. Scott, who was attending Harding for his very first day on Friday, reported feeling dizzy and started heading to the nurse's office when he collapsed. Emergency life-saving measures were unsuccessful. Scott died from his injuries. School security would detain the 16-year-old, who was quoted in court papers as saying, quote, "They jumped me." He had been at Harding since the start of the school year. The third student involved in the fight was a Harding student for only about a week. The deadly confrontation captured on several in-school surveillance cameras from multiple angles.
Fox 9 is not naming the juvenile suspect until a judge certifies him as an adult, if that indeed happens. For now, the young man will remain locked up in the Ramsey County Juvenile Detention Center. The hearing, where prosecutors will attempt to have him certified in adult court, will be held on March 15th. At an emotional virtual court hearing late today, the teen's dad, emotional, pleaded with the court through tears, quote, "I would like him returned home. He has never been away from me and his brothers. He is not a bad child at all." As for the victim's family, they told me they would have no comment for the media when I asked about these second-degree murder charges. Reporting in St. Paul, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
As for the return to the classroom, 5 St. Paul schools will now have police in the building during classes.
This was put in place immediately, but as our Rob Olson reports, it's not necessarily permanent.
We do not currently have a contract with the St. Paul Police Department.
What St. Paul schools and police are doing this week, stationing officers outside 5 high schools, is not a formal return to putting police in schools, but they say it is the beginning of trying to figure out what a new partnership might be.
The old model was a different environment then. We're not looking to go back and turn on a light switch or dust something off that comes out of the broom closet.
The St. Paul School Board had voted to eliminate school resource officers, those who were stationed inside, back in June of 2020, though that debate had begun several years before. The St. Paul Teachers Union supported that removal. Many St. Paul principals opposed it. Gothard is now open to some version of their return.
It's my expectation and my desire to sit down with all of our partners, the Office of Neighborhood Safety, the St. Paul Police Department, and see if we can redefine what a formal partnership looks like with St. Paul Public Schools.
He says it is clear from Friday's fatal stabbing and the previous problems at Harding and other schools that their current security model has not been good enough.
SRO's 2019-20 doesn't have to look the same as it does in 2023.
So he wants to begin discussions about what a new partnership with St. Paul Police could be, and the St. Paul chief agrees it would not just be doing what was done before.
The current model obviously is something that we need to improve, so we're going to build that future model, but we're staying committed. We're at the table, and we're a part of the conversation, and we're committed to help.
Yeah, so the hope now from the chief and the superintendent is to begin discussions with the school board, with parents, administrators, with students, former students, to figure out what a future partnership could be, what a school resource officer version could be. Obviously, strong emotions on both sides of that issue. In St. Paul, Rob Olson, Fox 9.